Well, hey guys, it is Brent Abel here, webtennis.com, January 1, 2021. Whoa, baby. Yeah, man. Got through that year. I don't know what's going to change for this year, but gosh, let's all hope it's a whole lot better than what we've been through. And look, guys, um, I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I know I started this daily thing back in November. I think it was November 5th. Haven't missed a day since, and I really appreciate all of your comments, questions, remarks, encouragement to keep doing this. And so, look, as of yesterday, I've kind of retitled this thing I'm doing every morning. It's called 7 Around 7, and the 7 part is let's keep it to 7 minutes. Yeah, we may go a little bit under, a little bit over from time to time, but let's kind of shoot for 7 minutes every morning at around 7 o'clock a.m. Pacific. And look, I'm assuming that there are going to be some mornings throughout this year where that's not going to happen. But for whatever reason, I can't foresee them yet. But that's my goal, is to try to go live every morning at around 7 a.m. Pacific. So I hope you guys stayed safe last night. Had a lot of fun. And the question for today, well, first of all, before I get into that, is look, if you're struggling with your topspin second serve, let's make it a New Year's resolution that we're just not going to kind of dabble with it for just a few practice sessions. Let's really get this thing organized for this year so that at this time next year, January 1, 2022, it's solid, meaning that you don't fear double faulting. I mean, I would never tell you that you're going to eliminate double faults for the rest of your life. That would be incredibly, stupidly hypey, clickbaity. That's not going to happen. But practically eliminating double faults. And then second, to make sure that even if you have a nice kind of a little rainbow thing going in there, that it's not so weak that it's just sitting up for that returner, whether it's singles or doubles, and just letting them unload, let them take charge of the point. And that's just, I mean, I talk a lot about what we should be doing in between points, but what we should be doing in between missing that first serve, those few seconds, and then teeing up for that second serve is really important in terms of, number one, not going into a hope mode where, God, I hope I get this second serve in. I hope I don't double fault. Gosh darn it, it's 30-40, it's 4-all in the third set. I really hope I don't screw this up. We don't want those thoughts. We want to come out of there after missing that first serve with, okay, well, here's a real opportunity to really get that thing not only to not double fault, but to also be able to get some power, high quality spin, and let that thing bounce up. And worst case, you're neutral, right? So look, if you want to get that course, I've been offering it for free. You can get it over at webtennis.com. And all you got to do is drop in a first name and email address, and you'll be all set to go. So look, the question I've got for you guys today, and Neil, Happy New Year to you as well. Thank you. The question I've got for you guys today, and I want to make sure that I remember exactly how I worded this, is, what can you do in, let's say, the next 31 days, right? Take the month of January. What can you do so that you make your improvement, whatever that is, whatever your improvement is generally as a player, how can you make it inevitable, right? And so I was talking to Jeff this morning. As you know, Jeff Jacklich, my partner with Gold Ball Hunting, he's been here for several days. And look, I mean, we're chatting all the time about the game and how we can help players out there. And so this morning we talked about what are three things that if you really focused on them in January, and by the way, if you just kept them going throughout the year, but number one, these three things, if you were really diligent and you devoted a lot of time and you got bored to death with them, but you kept going through that boredom phase, what might be three things that would make your improvement, your success, inevitable? Well, number one would be immediately prepping your framer. Jeff calls it the framework. I call it what I was told by Bill Crosby back in the day. You got to get into your hitting position setup instantly so that you buy a little more time to be able to adjust, maybe make the minute adjustment to the path of that incoming ball, spacing. But the longer you have as you're waiting for that ball to come in, your swing time is going to be much more consistent in terms of point of contact. So number one would be get out of that facing forward position immediately. As soon as you see the balls on your right, as soon as you see the balls on your left, turn and make sure that you get your hands and your racket prepped into the swing position that you want. And so that would be thing number one. Thing number two would be, I've already said it, would be spacing. Work on your feet helping you create that spatial distance you want away from the path of that incoming ball. Good morning, Mike. Thank you. We'll be doing the reboot at 7:30 this morning. So spacing is just absolutely is just critical, right? Because if you don't have the right spacing, if you're inconsistent with it, you're either too close to the ball, you're crowding it, or you're too far away. Whatever it is, you then have to improvise stroke technique, and improv in this case is not funny, right? So we want to be as consistent as possible with our spacing for our forehand or backhand or whatever it is, right? Approach shot. And then the third thing is to make sure that, especially with your ground strokes, you're hitting from a stable platform. This is one of the things that Jeff really drives home, all of his students. You can't be off balance. You cannot be off balance if you're going to be a consistent shot maker, if you're going to be able to move to the next best court position. So guys, I see the 7-minute mark has just hit. Those are the three things that I want to see you work on for the next 31 days. And you're going to get bored with it, but just work through the boredom. Guys, and Mike just reminded me it's 7:30 this morning. For the next 31 days, 7:30 Pacific, I'm going to be doing a live video just like this for helping you improve your health. And we're calling it the reboot, the 31 days, January 2021. And I've got some ideas for you. I've got some suggestions for you. So if you want to join me on that every morning, right here, Facebook and YouTube Live at 7:30 in the morning, Pacific. Guys, hope that has helped today. As always, come on now, get out there today. Help someone else have a great day. Guys, I will see you.